Hey everyone, Brian from Kindle Autopilot here. Wanted to shoot this video and just go through what I look for when I'm actually trying to make a good cover that will hopefully sell my book. So obviously I'm here at Amazon.com and just want to walk through a couple things that I think about when I go to actually start designing a cover. So first and foremost, let's just say you're doing a book on communication. So if you're doing a book on communication, what I do normally is go into other keywords that are related to communication and look for covers that I like and that stand out a little bit. So in this case, maybe if we're doing a book on communication, maybe we type in confidence. So let's type that in. Whoops, I didn't go to the Kindle store. So let's do that first. All right, Kindle store and confidence. All right, so first thing I'm going to look for is just make sure that you have a nice, high quality, high definition graphic on the actual book. So that's the first thing I'm going to look for. I'm then going to look for the font layout and the style that the font is laid out with on the actual cover and see if that can be something that I can potentially use. And then also I do check the bestseller rank just to see, because books that have good covers most of the time are going to sell well. Now, just a general principle, not every single book that has an amazing cover is going to sell well. Of course, there is several things that goes into a book actually doing well with sales, but your cover is a very, very important part. So if you can have a good cover and see other good covers that have good sales ranks, it's an indication that they probably did a pretty decent job with attracting people, at least with the cover. So I'm going to go down here and, honestly, right away, this is a good cover. I like the font and how that's laid out. I like the fact, this is probably some edited pictures put together, but it's a decent graphic there, and definitely, especially when you're talking about the idea of confidence, this graphic definitely creates emotion. So that's probably a good cover design to look at just in terms of, the font and the layout. So if you're going to do communication, obviously it wouldn't say, confidence here. It might say communication. Then of course you have the subtitle underneath. And as you can see, it is a bestseller, ranked 28,000. It's been out for several months. So probably is due to the fact that it is a pretty good cover. And of course the bestseller rank doesn't hurt either. So let's just see if there's some other things down here as well. This book is selling, hasn't been out for that long, so I don't know if the cover is really indicative of that. But as you can see, at least from a layout standpoint, it's got a nice graphic here. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that graphic, but it definitely is something to look out for and be mindful of. Again, 70,000. It's only been out for a few weeks, so who knows if that's all the cover and that's what's attracting it or not. So let's just see if there's anything else. This right here, this is a good cover as well. Again, doing very well, 16,000. I like it here because, you can clearly see what the book is about. You're not real worried about the subtitle. That's a super long subtitle. I don't know if I keep that all in there, but I definitely keep, this idea of the graphic, big open space. It's a high definition graphic. It's got the 21 days self-confidence challenge right there, and self-confidence is in yellow to highlight that. So I think that's a really good cover. And again, this book's been out for over a year, 16,000 in the paid store. Now, again, this might be a brand, so that may be what's also pushing some of those sales, but you're not going to get that even if you have a brand if you don't have a good cover. So just a couple things that I'm looking for. And then another idea that we could look at maybe for communication is influence. So go down to influence and let's just see if there's anything here. Kind of like this, it's a little bit unique, with the persuasion right there. Definitely is a little bit of a unique design. Let's see if there's anything else down here. All right. I like this cover actually a lot. You can see it's a high definition graphic. It's kind of weird, so it stands out. People are going to see a marionette stick basically with a brain at the end of it. Definitely pops out for sure. And then you can see the title of the book is Methods of Persuasion, and you can see right here Methods of Persuasion. So again, definitely like the font. It's big and bold. You got a nice graphic here that kind of stands out. So again, I realize that picking your graphic for your cover, that's subjective. But what I do is I use a high definition graphic, and then when I go to find other covers that are similar, what I'll do is go ahead and look at the text and the outline of the cover, and then use that essentially as a template to go give to my designer who's actually going to do my cover. So again, just some few principles to look for: high definition graphic, find a similar book in a related keyword or niche that has a good setup in terms of the format, the font, and all that. And then also look at other books in terms of their bestseller rank. If they've been out for over 30, 60 days and they have a good rank, maybe an indication that that is a good cover and something that you can use. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, shoot me a comment on the video below. Of course, like and subscribe to my channel. And as usual, we'll see you guys in the next video.